Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. And we are back with Marie-Eve Mongrain. Excited to have her here. And we were so close, yet so far away. We almost got to meet. Tell everyone.
Yes. I was in New York last weekend, and the girls and I were supposed to go meet Jill at her show in the morning. But we just arrived so late in New York that in the morning I was just so exhausted. I'm like, no, it's not going to happen this time. Next time.
That's okay. Well, welcome back. How was your New York City journey, by the way?
Oh my God. Well, that's the subject of today's show pretty much, because
it is.
Wow. Yes, it's just so amazing. And
Tell me.
Okay. Well, oh my God. But it's just the whole story, right? How it happened. Because last week, remember last week, my girl was at home and she got sick. So
yeah.
School asked us to go and do a COVID test. I was like, the last time we had the COVID test done, it was like deep in the nose, down the throat. And I'm like, I don't want to live that experience again, but we have to. And I didn't want to go to New York at first because I didn't want to go and go through that again. But then just like a couple of street corner from here, there's this pop-up tent that's a drive-through COVID test. And then when I went to say, he's like, yeah, we just do it. Like within 15 minutes, you got the result. And it's just in the nostril, nothing else, not the throat, just the nostril. I'm like, we'll do it, the three of us, because I still had a little cough. So we did it, the three of us. Within an hour, we had the results. Everything was fine. I'm like, you seem fine. Let's go to New York. Like that was
wow.
the
Talk
day.
About spontaneous. What a mom you are. So this was what day?
That was Thursday. We got the test on Thursday because Tuesday we were sick. I'm going to stay home.
Got
I don't need the test right now, right? She only had a 3-day week. So Thursday and Friday were off for anyway. So it's not like we took the whole week off, but so she was off. And on Thursday I said, well, we have to go and get it. So let's go get it done. And so I sent the results saying it was all good. I'm like, you know what? I know I did talk about maybe we would go to New York, and I said, tests are good. Like we can go to New York because we have the test. It's all. So I said, let's go. So when you're in alignment with something that you truly desire,
and there it happened
in your favor.
And did you get a good deal on airfare last minute like that?
Oh, we drove. We're 6 hours.
Oh my gosh. Okay, good.
Yeah, because for me, at the moment is when we get to the airport in New York. I like safety, so car seats and taxis. I'm like, I don't want to deal with this. I'm not quite sure how it works, like for safety and just like regulation with kids and with no car seat in the taxi. I think they're fine, but I said I'm just gonna drive. At the same time, we get to go see around. And sorry, we still
really. It's only 6 hours. Wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was 8 because we had to stop for food.
Well, of course. And the kids need bathroom breaks. Oh my gosh. So we are closer than expected. So, okay. So this can be done again. All right, good.
Oh, yes. So we got a test done, and I have a dog and a cat at home. I said, well, my cat can, she's good for 3 days on her own. Just give her more food, clean her litter box, and she's good. So my cat and my dog, I went online. I'm like, okay, got to find the hotel. Found the hotel. I didn't want to bring my dog because last time I went to the hotel with my dog, and I know I was in the mindset of like my dogs, I'm trapped with them. I had to stay in my room because the dog was like, we're a dog friendly hotel, but you can't go anywhere with the dog. You can't leave your dog in the room. So I'm like, I'm not going to New York City to stay in my room for the whole weekend. Are you kidding me?
No.
So there's this app, like I found like dog sitting services. It's a Rover app, and just like within like 15 minutes, like the girl responded. She's like, I can have your dog for the next 3 days. I'm like, perfect. And she came to pick it up, and like, there you go. My dog is taken care of. My mind is off. And we just drove. We got to the border. No problem. No questions asked. We go there. And we arrived. It was late. But I've never been to New York City. For me, I come from a small town in Quebec.
This was your first time in the city?
That was my first time.
And you're driving, no less. Oh, my gosh. I didn't know your first time.
Congrats. Oh, yeah.
Tell me. Okay. So what was it like? Overwhelming?
Yeah. I come from a small town in Quebec, so for me, Montreal was always a dream, right? Like I would watch the Backstreet Boys I was a big fan of them, and I would watch like them on music videos on TV, and like they were live in Montreal, and like we're 8 hours away from Montreal, like crying my eyes out as a teenager, like I want to be there. And now like I'm right here, so anything happens, I can go to concert and stuff. So for me, Montreal was big, but man, when I got to New York, I'm like driving, like, wait, what? And I was just in shock how Times Square is huge. And like, I'm having a billboard put there in the next few weeks. I don't know when. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
Wow.
I'm gonna have my face, I don't know where, somewhere. And I'm like, this is huge. This is just, and I've been in Toronto, I've been in Montreal, I've been in Vancouver. But I'm like, this was just like, I know
And where are you from again? What town are you specifically in?
it's called Amos.
Mm-hmm.
In northern Quebec. So it's it's 8 hours north of Montreal. And when I drove, I'm like, seriously, the whole time we're driving, like we actually stop at Target. I don't know, like on our way, and we stop at an exit before. I'm like, Target, we have to go to Target. Like that, it's like a movie, like everything you see in movies, like on like Hallmark movie and just any movies. Like,
Wait, you don't have Target where you live?
No, not here anyway.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I love Target.
Maybe in other provinces, but I've never been to a Target, or maybe I went once, but it was just like, well, just like in movies, or like everything that's kind of the Americans.
Yes.
Like, we're gonna do the Target trip, like the guys make fun of the wives, and it's just like,
Yeah.
right? So it was just like a movie. Then we get to, I'm like, we got so much stuff there, and it's just like good. Like, oh my god, it was just, I'm like, oh my god, I'm like, and the whole time like seeing the real taxi, like the.
Did you see the tree? The tree, there was scaffolding around it.
No, we didn't see it, but that's okay. That's gonna be another.
You'd rather see it when it's lit and decorated, by the way, so you didn't miss much. Okay.
It was late. The girls like, we just want to go to the hotel. I'm like, okay, let me just do one more drive around the block at night because I want to see everything. It was just magical. And it's funny because the day before I did an embodiment, a meditation with one of the girls from my group. And she said, so imagine what you want in the future, it's happening right now. So my what I was imagining was me going to a gala with you and a friend.
Yes.
And she's like, so how does it feel to be in the gala? Who do you see? What's there? What's going on? What are the what are you talking about? So it's like my first gala, I'm like speechless because I'm seeing all these celebrities and all these things that I've always heard of. And it was not that situation, but the emotion was the same that I lived going to New York. I'm like, I'm here. This is huge. This, oh my God, the magic. Oh, it was just breathtaking and just so big. Oh, it's so big.
So where did you go? So now this is Friday. So now you wake up Friday. What did you do for the day? Where did you all go?
So first thing we booked a double-decker bus.
Oh, I've always wanted to do that, by the way. How was it?
Every big city I go, I do it. In London, I did it. In Paris, I did it. I didn't do the one in Montreal, but I do it because for me, I want to just
you want to see. I think it's important.
Because I can't see all, I can visit, but at least it gives me an idea where things are.
Yeah.
It's like a taxi as well, right? You just take the bus. It was cold. So it was cool. First thing we did was to go and buy hats and mitts because they were in the car, the parking, and that was complicated. So
yes.
So I got my hat that says New York on it, like full tourist, like tourist alert. But yeah, so we did this. We did a loop. Well, not even a full loop because it's a very long loop. We were supposed to go see the Liberty Statue with the bus cruise, the cruise. It was just too far, and time-wise, it didn't work out. So we went to Macy's. I'm like, oh my God, this is huge! Like,
is it? Yeah. Are the windows? Are the windows done?
Yes.
All the holiday windows. Yes. Good. Good.
Like toy stuff. I'm like, oh, this is so nice, and inside all the decoration. We went on the piano. The girl played on the piano in there. Like, I think that was a movie with Tom Hanks. Tom
Hanks. That was FAO Schwartz. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Was it that piano?
It was an FAO Schwartz.
Okay.
It's gone, but they put one there too. Similar.
Okay. I'm like, well, whatever. Like, it's just whatever is fun. And the girl, oh my God, it was hilarious. Just grabbed makeup and just like put lipstick. I'm like, oh girl, like I was upset, but I know in the end, I'm like, it was hilarious. The red all over and just put.
Oh.
I was like, come on, girl. Like, no, don't do that. Like, come on, right? Anyway, so we did that. What else did we see? So, and I'm like, you know what? I'm here. I want to go see a Broadway show. I've always wanted to go see The Lion King, but when I saw the Aladdin ad, I was like, I gotta go there. I gotta go see Aladdin. I don't care if my girls are tired. We're going.
Oh my gosh.
the fun thing about how Love Attraction works, right? So I was looking for tickets. Oh, let me just give me 1 second.
Your dog. Go ahead. It's okay.
So I was looking on Ticketmaster for tickets for Aladdin. Oh,
Mhm.
and so they only had a night at Friday night at 8. They only had the tickets for like at the top. They were
Yeah.
cheap, but they were at the top. And I'm like, with the girls, I don't know, like the angle wasn't quite sure. And so I'm like, maybe tomorrow at 2. No, I wanted to leave Saturday in the afternoon. We would get back home at 11. And I said, you know what? We're gonna go today. I don't care. We're gonna go, and I'm not gonna leave tomorrow too late.
Good.
So I go back on the website, and we had mezzanine and orchestra.
Ah,
So we were like cute. So we were right at the bottom, and like, yeah. When I said I'm going, somebody released your tickets,
it
and
just
I was able to go.
happened.
So
The law of attraction. Yep. Wow.
Let me show you.
Sure.
My baby.
Let's see.
I get excited about my Disney stuff. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, they actually sell. Oh, I've never seen Aladdin. I've seen the Lion King. I've never seen Aladdin. Adorable.
My girls, like, it's from 8 till 10:30. It's still a long show, but the girls stayed awake the whole time.
Wait, did you stay over again, or did you go drive straight home after that?
Oh, no. We went the whole day after.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
So, oh wow, the costume, the music, the show was amazing. Oh my God. I felt like not just like a child. It was magical. Like, I mean, you want magic, I got shivers just thinking about it. Like, it was so good. So definitely go see it. Like, really, I would go see it like every night. It was that good. And so with this, now the show is over. So we got everything we wanted before, so that way we're not rushed after. And so it's 10:30. We are at the time hotels on 49th, and the theater is on 42nd. So I'm like, we're gonna walk, right? We have to walk back. As we get out of the theater, there's this little bicycle guy with the taxi thing in the back. I'm like, he's like, do you need a taxi? Yes, we'll take it. So we just like, I had $100 US cash. I'm like, I got cash on me, so let's do it. So we didn't have to walk. The universe was providing for me that we didn't have to walk.
How much do they charge you for that ride? I'm curious.
It was $77.
Gosh, yeah. A little expensive.
It's $7 a minute or something.
Yes.
Like, I gave him my whole $100. I'm like,
Good.
I don't need that money anyway, so have it.
You're kind.
And, it was so much fun. Like, we don't need to go horse riding. It's just this. And it was like sitting in the back and like, oh, hello, yeah, this music. And then as we're turning on 8, I see Carlos Bakery. I've watched that show for so long. Like, I've watched that show so many times. And I was like, oh my God, we're gonna go tomorrow. Like, seriously, the excitement the whole time. Like, oh my God, we're gonna go tomorrow. Because also on Sunday was my friend's daughter's birthday. I said, I'll bake a cake, whatever. Oh, and then in the end, I went to New York and I said, well, I don't have time to bake a cake. Can I just pick one up? She's like, yeah. Wow. And I'm like, well, the bakery just showed up because I wanted to bring a cake. I'm like, just like living my dreams. I'm like, I didn't meet the guy, but I was in his bakery.
Yeah.
Right.
It's starting in baby steps. You're dreaming it. You're believing it. You're doing it. You are so inspirational because you're like a mom like me. Think about it. You booked a cruise on Disney. I couldn't afford the Disney cruise. Not this time. Maybe I did the Royal Caribbean, was cheaper, but like, you're doing things that your kids, you're doing, making things happen. It's important.
How about you say, not that you can't afford it, because if you say you can afford it, you keep bringing that you can't afford it, right? You choose to do something else right now.
Yes.
Because the universe will bring you, if you say you can't.
It was quadruple the price. So, yeah, okay. Next time, but okay.
And for me, when I book, I'm like, okay, I'm going all out, right? I'm going all out. So the only cabin they had left between the dates I wanted were they have like a balcony. I'm like, that's the one I was gonna take anyway, and that's the only one they have. I don't care. Let's go. Price, because right now I'm not going. Price doesn't matter because it's what do I want. The universe is gonna bring me what I need anyway, and so I got a lot of example that it works out. So anyway, going back to New York, we're done. We're going back to the hotel. Next day, what did we do? We walked to the Carlos Bakery and came back. Then we left. And but before going to Broadway, we need our COVID test done again.
Oh
Because
gosh.
the one we had the day before was the antigen. So that one is not good after 6 hours. They're like, you need to have the antigen test done within 6 hours or the PCO test done within 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
And so we found a place to go and get our stuff done, which they were amazing. The girls got a book. I got a free bag with like mask, and I needed a new mask. I'm like, hey, there you go, a new mask. And so we get the test done within an hour. We get the antigen test done. But to have that test done, I needed, they said, well, if you want that little one, then you need the PCO. You have to have it. We're doing both of them. I'm like, whatever, it's just another scrub, whatever, I don't care. Perfect. But little did I know, thank you, universe. If it was not from having done that test, we would not have been able to go back to Canada because we need the PCO test to go back to Canada.
Wow. I know there's so many different rules and regulations. So you would have just had the rapid one and it would have been good enough.
It would not have been good enough. So I'm like, well, the universe was providing for me. I didn't, without me knowing it. It's like, you have to take it. Okay, I'll take it. If I have to, I'll take it, right? And so, but the other one is 24 hours. Like, so the antigen one is 6 hours. Within an hour, you got the answer. The other one is about 24 hours. So we got our test done at 3:00. So by the time, at night, I filled out my ArriveCan app to say, well, when you get to customs, you say, well, where you're gonna go, where you're gonna be, here are my test results, and all is fine. But I was driving, and I was 3 hours away from the border.
Is this now Sunday? You only went for 2 days,
Saturday.
right? Saturday. Okay.
So I'm driving. I'm like 3 hours before arriving at border. I'm like, I still don't have my test. Like, I keep looking at my emails. Well, I said I had my test and I don't have my test. I don't have the test results. So what's going to happen? And the night before, my sister said, how are you in New York? So you guys are going to stay in quarantine, right? Because that she had called our travel agent, and our travel agent said, well, if you go, you have to stay 2 weeks in quarantine because for all unvaccinated. And my daughter, she's not vaccinated, right? Yet. Mm-hmm. So she needed to stay, technically she needed to stay in quarantine. I was like, you know what? I create my reality. I don't care what your travel agent said. I'm pretty sure I read stuff before I left. That's why I left, actually, that we were fine. Anyway, I'm like, it's going to happen. And I was starting to stress out. I'm like, I don't have my test. And an hour later, I'm still looking, no test. I'm like, we're going to get them. I don't know. I'm like, it's been more than 24 hours. I should have the test result now. And I was making a plan in my head. Okay, what if we have to stay in quarantine? What will I do for food? What will I do? Okay, so my plan was already done. And I said, you know what? Actually, it wouldn't be so bad to be in quarantine for 2 weeks. Don't have to wake up the girls in the morning. Don't have to do anything. And so I was like kind of okay with the idea of staying home, which I always do anyway. And then I see the border. Maybe it was 3/4 of a mile away. And there's a gas station. And I'm like, I'm going to go fill up the car, get some milk. So as I'm pulling out of the gas station, boop, I got my 3 emails saying I had the test result. I was like, oh my God. You only get what you need when you needed it. So I didn't need the test results 3 hours before.
Yeah, I know.
At the border, and I got them 3/4 of a mile before I got to the border.
Amazing, amazing, amazing.
And so we get there. I'm like, oh, good. Like that I got relief. I'm like, I got them. Like, it just showed me, it just proved to me again, you didn't need it before. You just needed them for now. So present moment, you knew you were fine. So we got to the border, show him all the documents, and he said, so we're all fine. Like, randomly, the computer chose my daughter Sophie to do random testing. So she's like, well, yeah, she has to do it. She has 24 hours to do the test. Until the test is done, she's under quarantine. So I'm like, so we're not in quarantine for 24 days, for 12 days? Like, no. As long as you go home, you do the test. Once the test is done, she's not under quarantine anymore, but you have 24 hours to do it. So like, oh my God, like this. So we do the test at home, just a little scrub with the computer. So there was a nurse with us. And as soon as we say, oh, it's done, we were not under quarantine because I'm vaccinated, so I'm not quarantined. My other daughter is under 5, so she was not under quarantine either. Yeah. And she was chosen by the system to do the test. I'm like, I was in my car. I was like, oh my God, I love my life. I knew there's nothing, no rules that can keep me stuck. If now we're home because she doesn't want to go to school, so now she's sick, so she got fever.
All right.
And I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. I don't want to wake up in the morning anyway.
Exactly.
I know I'm a little sick. So the universe is helping me, right? If I'm sick, then my girl's going to be sick too. Then I don't have to do anything in the morning that I don't want to. So it's a little sad for her, but she's good at school. I'm not worried. But yeah, it was just everything worked out. I'm like, oh my God, more proof, more proof, more proof. And it was just so amazing. But yeah,
I love
I'm like,
it. I gotta ask. So did you go back to Carl's? Did you get the cake?
oh yeah.
What'd you get? What type of cake did you get?
Chocolate. Is it chocolate fudge? Oh, I still like she didn't bring the leftovers at home. I'm like, yeah, if you don't want them, I'll keep them. Ah, my God, it's so good. So good. And we also got a slice of the rainbow cake.
The rainbow, that's my favorite. Yes, yes.
And we tried the cannolis. We're not big fans of cannolis, but like I gotta try them. That's the whole thing they do there, right?
Yeah, I don't like them either. But oh my goodness, I'm so glad you had a great experience. Wow. So you will come back again though. Next time you come, you got to do the Radio City Christmas music show. You got to see the tree, whether it's this Christmas or next. I mean, it's spectacular.
I say to the girls, well, we have to go back. I'm like, maybe we can come and live here. Like, there's so much to do. I would not live on the island. I would not live in New York. I'm more of a outside kind of girl. Like I have my nice neighborhood.
You'll come to Long Island. Yes, where I am. Yes.
Like we gotta go visit. I want to go in the spring for sure to go and see the apple blossom trees,
cherry blossoms and all. Yeah, but the botanical garden and all that. Wow.
We've seen this in Montreal often. Now I'm like, I need to go something else. Like routine is fun, but if I'm going to see a zoo, I'm going to see the other zoos that they are in life in the world. And it was just, it just gave me not hope, but just saying, I'm here. And I'm like, man, my website, GoDaddy better do a good job. Like I got to get that website. Like now it's done. Like we're still working on it because there's still.
What is the website? Tell us for those listening today.
Yeah, maryfmongrain.com. It's not fully optimized, but it's still there. If you need information, everything is there. You can contact me and we can book together. But it was just like, holy crap, I'm gonna have my face somewhere. And I kept looking like the size of billboards where my face would be. I'm like, I'm gonna be here. And so I do want to thank EMG producer, right? The producing that they're sponsoring my show as well here, and they're sponsoring the billboard. So I want to thank them. I know I don't think we have any advertisement, but for me, it's important to acknowledge their contribution to what I'm going through right now. So I just want to say thank you.
Thank you. That's wonderful. That's awesome. Yes. Big, your name in lights up big. Times Square is crazy, right?
I was like, I'm like, this is me. I want to be seen, I guess. I just, for me, it's still like a shock that I'm going to be there. I'm like, okay, I know I'm good, but my dad go like, I'm like, oh my God. And I would see the lineups of people like at the store. I'm like, you know what? I know there's a lineup of people wanting to work with me. And for me, I know it's my energy not attracting them yet, but I know it's coming. And when things are going to come, it's not going to stop. And it's going to be like, so I'm trying to stay grounded, right? Because now I saw that I'm like, I'm glad I went to see it before. Yeah. Because I don't know how I would have reacted to see my face somewhere there right away. So now I got to take it in and then be like, well, it's normal. My face is there. I'm like, oh my God. Like, it's just, yeah.
This is awesome. So when are we going to see your face there? Tell me.
I don't know. We've been talking last week when my website was on, they're still working on the design. And I just don't know when my vibration allows it, when it's gonna. So time-wise, it's just divine timing of my vibration.
Perfect.
Because they work on my vibration time, right?
Yeah, you're right. They do.
Working everything. It's all about how the divine timing of my energy. And when things are allowed energetically, and I'm ready to receive, that's when I'm gonna say, okay, we're putting your board.
Awesome. Wow. What else do you want to share with our listeners and viewers? My goodness. Go ahead. What do you have?
What else? Well, that was for today, where I got a lot of things I didn't talk about last week.
Yeah, well, we only have 3 minutes left. My goodness.
Yeah, let's see.
But go ahead.
Oh, last week, the one thing I had done was my mentor. Oh yeah, so by the way, today actually, for those who are interested, my mentor is starting this 8-week challenge where as a collective, we're gonna work as to attract 7-figure as a group, right? Not necessarily per person, but like as a group. So usually it's $99 a month to join the collective, which is how I started myself. It's a new paradigm collective where every week we have meetups with my mentor, Nick Bro. And also he has a lot of people like doing other meetings for healing and stuff. So if you want to join, it's $11 for the first month. And I do have a code, so you can message me, email me, whatever. You get the first month $11 to join the Facebook group and all the meetings, and you have access to all the calls from the past 2 years, which are amazing. If you want to go into law of attraction and just relaxing and stuff, and just he's got meditation, and I'm not there yet, and I'm okay if I don't get there yet. But he's somebody I work with as well. He's the one who trained me for Freedom Leader. But yeah, so you can join me, contact me. And tonight, actually, he's got a meeting at 3 and at 7, like the coach grouping at 3, because he helps people in Europe as well, right? So at 3 o'clock, that time works for everyone. And then at 7 o'clock Eastern time, it works for people in the Americas. But yeah, so contact me. And so with this, last week, he had done 2 weeks ago, I work with him because he was like, what's most important is the essence. The essence, like it's not whatever, it's the essence of what you want that you want to embody. And I was stressing out. I'm like, oh my God. So I was on the hot seat. So some hot seat is, for those who don't know Abraham Hicks and him, it's just, you get picked, it's like, hey, you come and ask your question. And you're like, oh my God, I got told to go and talk to my mentor, right?
Aww.
And as we're sitting, I'm chatting, and I was starting crying because like I'm stressed out. Like, so it made me feel like, how does it feel to, so how do you want to feel? I said, I want to feel happy and relieved. And okay, so now you made me embody, like I said, how does it feel to be comfy in your seat? Comfy, like how's the material of your bed or whatever is feeling on you? Like, how does it feel to relax, to be relaxed right now? So as I got into that relief feeling, it was hilarious because once my call was done, my friend Felipe, he's the one who I worked with on my first website at the beginning. And he's the one who said, well, your website is lost, whatever. Like he's the one who was hosting it. And that day, right after I was done the relief, he said, I got a message like, oh, by the way, I was able to recover your file here.
And here you go.
But
wow.
But I don't need anymore. Thank you. I have my other website that's coming up, but thank you. And I saw when I was in the relief, if I would have trusted, he would have come back with all my stuff when I was in the relieved emotion.
In the relieved state of mind. Yep.
It's just to embody it, and then you're going to attract whatever is on that vibration.
Beautiful. And unfortunately, we are out of time. Maria, it's been a pleasure having you here again. Great seeing you, hopefully in person next time. Tell us the website one more time if people need to reach out to you, because they do. They need your energy. They need your guidance. They need your help. Tell us the website one more time. MaryEvMongrain.com. And you can find me on Instagram at MaryMongrain90. Beautiful. Thank you so much for your time today. Can't wait to meet you and the girls. Have a great day. I know you don't celebrate Thanksgiving this week. You've already done that, but I'm thankful to have you in my life. Okay.
Thank you.
You're awesome.
Thanksgiving to all of you guys.
Thank you. You too, sweetheart. Bye-bye. Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, I mean, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house.
And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.